I basically did almost everything you can possibly do to be a screw up and to not succeed. And what I realized is there's a lot of screw ups like us out there that don't fit in this particular mold of what other people want us to fit in. And it's okay to be successful.
Leaders are...
I didn't read a full book until I was 26 years old.
Really?
As much education I have, I never read a book cover to cover until it was a book that I wanted to read, which was Rich Dad, Poor Dad and the E-Myth. Those are the two, still to this day, the most influential books I read. I actually read them on my own. Other than that, I hated to read. I basically did almost everything you can possibly do to be a screw up and to not succeed. And what I realized is there's a lot of screw ups like us out there that don't fit in this particular mold of what other people want us to fit in. And it's okay to be successful. Well, I can keep talking, but there's a lot of ways to get there. We beat ourselves up. We put ourselves in this shame and this guilt and this trying to be perfect routine. And it limits us. It keeps us down. It keeps us conformed instead of spreading our wings.
Why?
Because innovation, ideas, doesn't happen when you're doing what everyone else is doing. And if you're taught to be a conformist, if you're taught to do what you're supposed to do, this is what the average owner is doing. If you just want to be what everyone else is doing, then you'll have what everyone else is having. Well, what does everyone else have? In the world of business ownership, private practice, what I see out there is people have struggled. People are working a ton, not making the money that they want, supporting their families, going on vacations, enjoying life, having fun in their business, having the culture that they want. That's the norm. So if you want something different, we got to start thinking and acting and doing things differently. That means giving yourself permission to explore, to try things, to fail. Not everything should be double-blind research before you do something. Most things, if not all things, have to be tried and failed first. And once they start succeeding, then we look back and figure out the research of why it works. So many of us are so afraid to make mistakes, so afraid to stand out. Well, there's nothing that you use in your life that was established like that. The computer we're on wasn't because someone stayed conformed. The smartphone you use, the car that you drive, these were all done by entrepreneurs, all done by thinkers who had an idea. Wasn't sure how they were going to get there, but they had an idea. They had a vision. They had the passion, and they went and found people that could help. And they knew they were going to fail, but they had the grit and determination to never give up. And I feel that that's who we are. There is so much suffering in this world, and there's so many smart and talented people out there that can help them, but they're keeping themselves limited, and that's hurting them, hurting their communities, hurting the people, hurting the profession, which is why we're not moving forward. It's the small people that are going to move us forward. It's Main Street that's going to move us forward, not Wall Street, not the big companies. They're in a different game. They're in money plays. It's up to us, but we have to think a little bit about that and get out of our own way and get out of our own head. And when we do that, we're going to innovate and create so many cool things. And now's the time to do it. The opportunities are now. Only if we're willing to take that leap, to take that risk and invest and believe in ourselves.